Good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever and whenever you are. Welcome to another Let's Pixel tutorial. And, it's kind of like glitchy right there. That's crazy. So today what we're going to do is we're going to pixel a tree because a lot of people requested that. Now, trees can be tricky, and that's just the way they are. So, I'm going to have to rename it something else. We'll create a new sprite, call it sprite tree 4 maybe. I might not have a fourth one yet. Okay, that's good. So let's come in and I'm going to create a new sprite and I'm going to do this one 32 wide's pretty good. I'm going to make this one taller, so I'm going to do a height of 64. Well, okay, so I lied. Let's do 48 wide. Just because, yeah. So that's going to be pretty big probably. That's pretty good actually. Okay. Let's full screen this. And here's the deal with trees. So the biggest problem most people have with trees is they kind of make them all the same. Let's get kind of a dark green here. Oh, I don't have to be good enough. I'm going to go a little darker. Now I'm going to select the wider brush, the second size. And the reason is because when you're doing a tree, you've got to think about balance, first of all, because trees have to balance. Sometimes they lean certain directions and whatever, but they're always going to have some sort of a balance. And they're also not always just one piece. Like I've got this piece right here, and then I've got kind of a smaller piece that's almost separate right here. And that's kind of important to remember sometimes. Trees aren't always just one piece. So let's start with this. Now I'm going to grab a lighter color for, because trees, people try and draw trees by drawing every single leaf. Now, depending on your style, that might work. But for the most part, when you do a tree, you want to think of shape more than leaves. Think of shape because trees have shape and they have light that hits them. So this tree is going to have light that hits it kind of up here on these higher branches. And there's going to be some kind of darker spots. And then down here a little ways, we're going to get hit again. There's going to be some more that kind of comes out. And the light's going to hit the tree here as well. And now would be a good time to switch to the smaller paintbrush size, and start. You can add a few leaves, but mostly think about shape. So I'm adding these in right now because I'm imagining where the light might hit this tree, right? And I'm going to actually add some dark into here a little bit. And this tree is going to have kind of bigger leaves, I imagine. So the most important thing that you want to remember is that trees have shape, just like anything else in the world. Light hits them and they create shadows and shape. And it's not just leaves. You don't just draw leaves. You need to draw shape. Shape first. Shape is most important. Leaves can be second most important. We'll give them second priority in this. But shape is crucial. So this is a start. Now for this, I'm probably going to do a darker color as well, to add a little bit more to this tree. Excuse me. So we're going to do a darker color. And I'm just thinking where some of the shade might be on this tree. Like this. Leave some leave a little bit of the lighter green down here as well. But I will want some darker green. In a few spots. So far it's looking pretty good from far back anyway. It's still going to need some work. I usually like to, I always like to look at my drawings from far back because that's kind of the tell of whether or not this is a good drawing so far. So I want to actually add a little bit more of a different perspective on this tree than what I have. So I need to alter the perspective just a tad, which means bringing some of this down here. That's good enough for now. So now we're going to grab, first of all, well, this is like 20th of all, but I always do the leaves and the actual green part of the tree first. I never do the trunk first. So that's just my style. It's not really like a rule in art or anything like that, but that's how I usually do it. So now I'm going to come in and we need to think about how this tree, the center of the tree is right about here, right there, sort of. So we need to think about that when we're doing the trunk so that the tree looks balanced. So I'm going to draw the trunk kind of right here. And then because of my perspective, the trunks usually have roots that kind of stick out of the ground. So you're always going to want to draw those because they're kind of important to giving the trunk form. So I'm going to make this a little bit wider here. And then I'm going to branch it out into this. And bring this out more. Like that. Branch that one there. And so far we're looking pretty good here. I'm liking it anyways. Now I'm going to get a darker color for this brown because it's already pretty brown. And we're going to think about where the light might hit this trunk. And I'm thinking that that's going to be pretty dark right there. And the bottom half of this part's going to be dark too. And this is, let's replace this. This is going to be dark too up here. I'm still kind of, that's going to be dark there probably. Won't go all the way over there. And we'll have some darker stuff in these kind of crevices of the root. Like this. A lot of that's probably going to be pretty dark. Now, I usually like to add, a little bit of like the actual tree part into here too, just to kind of, make it look like there is branches in there as well. And then I also like to take out some of the tree to leave some, there's gaps in trees sometimes. So I like to kind of show those gaps a little bit. So this is basically what we're going to have for a tree this time. And it looks pretty balanced. Doesn't look like the tree's going to fall over anytime soon. and it's got some nice big leaves. This is the type of tree that I might actually do like some hanging vines from. So I've got like stuff coming down like this that's hanging from the tree. I don't know why I see that, but I might do something like that to it later. As for now, I'm just going to leave it like this. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it helped you learn a little bit more about trees, how important it is to remember that trees have form and they're not just leaves. Don't just draw leaves. Try and draw the form of the tree first and then kind of separate it into leaves after that. And then draw your trunk, make sure it looks balanced, and you've got a pretty good looking tree sprite there. So once again, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Like it and favorite it, share it with your friends. I really appreciate the support you guys give me, and I will talk to you guys later.